So today I'm going to show you how to set up a Grow subscribe form in your recipe card just like this. So you're going to open up Grow and go into your subscribe settings. And then we're going to set up a new form. And we're going to make it a link share form. So you can name it whatever you like. And then you can customize the header and the body text. So you could do send this recipe. And if you want to add a photo to show up here, you can do that too, or you can just leave it blank. I just made a quick little graphic in Canva and added it there. So you can see this is what it'll look like on desktop and then mobile. I'm going to skip this auto mailer thing because I don't want to turn that on personally. Alright, so now we have this new form. And I'm just going to link it to one of my ConvertKit forms. And you can check if you want to have the name field show up and if it's required. And then down here we're going to hit Save Changes. So now that this is set up, we're going to go back into those subscribe settings and scroll down to the most valuable content subscribe form section, and you're going to turn on this most valuable content and then choose the form that you want it to show. So I'm going to do save this recipe example, save the form, and then go to your recipe card and you can see it's showing up here. You've got this little pop-up showing, and then I'm going to go into my email and see what I got. Alright, so this is the email that I just got. It says, you saved best blueberry banana muffins as the subject line, and then this is the body of the email. So you can click on the image or the title, and it'll bring you back to the post. One more thing I wanted to cover with this is you can change where the form shows up in your recipe card if you want. So I think it defaults to underneath the instructions here. But when I had this set up with the Fluent Forms ConvertKit thing, I had it right under the print pin recipe buttons, and so I want to try to move this Grow form up around there. And it's doable, you just have to look at some code, so I'm going to try to explain that based on Mediavine Grow's instructions here. So what they're saying to do is look at the code and kind of try to find the code for the thing that you want to put this Grow form below. And so what they did, they looked at this code and they found there's like post-meta space meta-bottom space meta-centered, and what they did was pull the meta-bottom from this. So I'm going to look for something similar in the recipe card, and so let's go over to WPRM template editor, edit your main template, and then you can go into edit HTML here. We're not actually going to edit anything in here, we're just going to look at the code, which you can also just right click, hit inspect, and look at the code this way. But I'm going to do it through WPRM's template editor because I think that's easier personally. So I'm just going to look in here. I'm going to try to find where those print and pin recipe buttons are. And so if I look around here, you can see it says pin recipe here. And so I know that this is like the container that holds that button. And I'm clearly not a coder if you can't tell. But so basically what we're going to do is look at this top row and see, okay, so like this looks kind of like the example in Grow's instructions, right? And so I see WPRM dash, and then there's a space here, and then more dashes, and then a space. So what they did was grab the middle part, so that's what I'm going to do here. Your code may be the same or it might be different, so I would just look at your own HTML just to be safe when you're doing this. So I'm going to copy this middle part between the spaces, Just gonna hit copy. And then I'm gonna go into my most valuable content subscribe form settings, and I'm gonna add new selector here. I'm gonna do dot and then paste that and then save the form. Okay, now let's see if it changed spots. Cool, yeah, so it's showing up where I want it to now, so that's great.